Hey, lovely woman. Do you feel period recovery burnout? Do you feel that you're going to be the only person that is not going to be able to get the period back? Do you feel that eating another plate of food is a chore and not something that you're enjoying any longer? And do you feel resentful because you cannot go for a run? And do you feel like smashing your laptop once when you see that another woman that is not you has gotten her period back? If so, I really recommend you to stick until the end of this video because we're going to discuss period burnout and we're going to discuss a few things that can be very, very helpful in terms of getting out of the funk. So, especially given the emotional and physical energy involved in this journey, period burnout, it's very common, very much expected, and sometimes it also happens when you are that close to getting your period back. But what are the few things that you can do and that you can put in practice this week so that you can start feeling a little bit better and so that you can stick to your recovery journey until you get what you desire? The first thing that I normally recommend women to do is to actually take a break. Go on holidays, and you don't have to jump on any plane. You don't have to book an accommodation. You simply need to go on holiday from yourself and from the routine that you have put in practice to get your period back. So, for example, if you wake up in the morning, you go to the toilet and you check your undies just to make sure to suss out if there is cervical mucus or not, or if you're using the ovulation test, or if you're measuring your basal body temperature. Let that go. For a week, just let that go. It's not going to change anything in your life, but it's going to allow your brain to be a little bit more flexible. It's going to allow you to finally don't think about those things for like 7 days. But realistically speaking, nothing is going to change when it comes to your body. So just simply give yourself a break. And if you feel that you're desperate to go for a run, or if you're desperate to do a specific exercise, allow yourself to do so. Allow yourself to do something that you have been craving for just in that time frame, in those 7 days. And mind you, don't go for a run every single day because I don't want you to completely find yourself in a positions where you've come so far and then all of a sudden you start running 7 days out of 7 and then you undo all the beautiful things that you have created. But simply allow yourself to go out for a hike or maybe for a little run or something that you're really craving for. Or for example, if you're tired of having that night snack before going to sleep, allow yourself to skip it for a couple of nights and see how you feel. Allow yourself to sleep a little bit longer, to journal a little bit more. Just do something that is fun. Go out with your friends, drink a couple of glasses of wine. Just really let your partner take you out. Just do something that make you realize that you're not broken, you're not sick, and you're still living a life, and you are not miserable. So that's the first thing that I would normally do. After you come back from holidays, there are other things that I really would like to put in place. The first one is to shift your focus to restorative practices. So you may know that exercising in hypothalamic amenorrhea is not very much recommended, but some form of exercise are actually welcome. So restorative practices like yin yoga and some form of very gentle yoga, some Pilates mat, walking are generally very recommended. And if you like swimming or going to the gym, there are still a few things that you can incorporate within your schedule as long as you're supporting your body from a nutrition perspective, sleep perspective, and stress management perspective. So something that I really would invite you to do once you come back from your break, just start evaluating the way that you move your body and see if there is anything else that you can tweak so that you can stick to that process for a little bit longer, but that you're also going to be able to shortcut your period recovery journey. Second thing that I really would recommend you to do is to reframe progress and goals, meaning that I would like you to start reassessing your whys. So why are you doing this? Why have you decided that getting your period back was important? And write them down, write them in a piece of paper. That's normally something that I do at the very beginning of the period comeback protocol. I ask my marvelous women to write down their whys, why they have decided to recover, because maybe that's something that was very clear to you 6 months ago, 12 months ago, once you started the whole process, but now you're actually wondering, why am I making my life so difficult? So please, just make sure that you write down your whys. Second thing that it's really important also to do is to start celebrating the small wins. So progress in recovery isn't always linear, and acknowledging even the small positive changes like improved mood, energy, or appetite, which are signs that your body is healing, is fundamental. I've just finished a call with a wonderful client, and she was so stuck in the scarcity mentality of, I've done it all, my period is not back yet, I'm so frustrated, I feel teary every single day. And then we start looking at the truth, meaning that she was getting better sleep, but she had a higher sex drive. For the very first time, she noticed egg white cervicomucus. So instead of focusing on the frustration, instead of focusing on the disappointment, we allow to change her mindset, so that now she's actually focusing on the reality of things, which is her body getting better, her body going towards the healing process. So this is something that I really invite you to do. So first of all, write down your whys, just remind yourself of why you're doing this. And secondly, start celebrating the small wins. Start celebrating the small wins also with the people that are around you, so they can give you like a pat in the back and tell you how proud they are of you. Then something else that you can do is simplify nutrition. So create easy, nutrient-dense meals that require less preparation. So you can batch cook on a weekend, or maybe you can invest in ready-made options, anything that can reduce fatigues and that can keep you in check. So if you find that you spend way too much time thinking about your food choices, what to cook, and so on and so forth, make sure that you simplify all of that. Ask your partner to do it, ask your mom to do it for you, or maybe pay for an extra service so that you can get food delivered to your house. That's not only going to allow you to stop thinking about food so consistently, but it's also going to bring in flexibility and awareness when it comes to food choices. And that's going to allow you actually to learn more about your behaviors around food and what you're still fearful of and what you need to work on a little bit more. Also, instead of strict meal planning, I also invite you to start listening to your body signals. So instead of thinking, okay, I need to have breakfast, snacks, lunch, snacks, dinner, and snacks, start listening to your intuition. And you may find that you're actually hungrier for a second snack in the afternoon, or you're completely full when it comes to after dinner. So if these things come up for you, then it's your opportunity to tweak and change your nutrition. So it's really important to take your nutrition off the autopilot, ask for help, and really start getting more intuitive with yourself, and start asking yourself the right questions. Am I hungry? Can I eat a little bit more? Maybe I'm not hungry after dinner. What else can I have? Am I still having binging episodes? Am I still thinking about restriction? Am I afraid of eating carbs? Am I afraid of not eating clean? So whatever that is for you, just bring awareness to all these little things that can really allow you to take the next step or to get to the next level of recovery. Another things that I really recommend you to do is connect and seek support. So the first one is lean on community. So if you're watching this video, chances are that you're part of the Recover from HA support group. If you're not, just make sure that you join us today on Facebook. It's a private Facebook group. We have 1,500 women which are part of it, and it's a very supportive a nice environment to be in. So that's definitely something that you can do if you're looking for community and support, but also getting a professional on board or a bunch of professionals that can really support your recovery journey can be exactly what you need at this point in time. Normally, when women come to me, when they decide to work with me, is because they have been trying on their own, they've been through quasi-recovery for a few months, they haven't had periods for 20 years, 10 years, 13 years, and they got to a point where they're like, okay, right, Claudia, you just, have a look at my life, have a look at what I do, fix it. Just give me the period back, just do something, just tell me what I need to do, just give me the support, accountability, and professional guidance that I need so that I can get my period back and I can focus on making a baby. And that's absolutely something that I recommend that I've done for myself, and it has been a game changer. And the last thing that I really would like to underline is to reassess recovery expectations. So recovery timelines are individual, and setbacks don't mean failure. So your body may need more time and care to heal fully, and that's absolutely okay. So this is an invitation to build flexibility. Allow yourself to adjust the pace if needed. Embrace a more forgiving forgiving timeline can reduce stress and remind you that this journey is about long-term term wellness. So for example, if you had in mind that your period had to come back within a 3 months window and you're still waiting for that ovulation to happen after 3 months, that is absolutely okay. It's just your body telling you, I need a little bit extra. I need to trust you a little bit more. Allow me to be me. So once again, allow yourself to enjoy this experience, as hard as it can be sometimes. And please, please, please stop comparing your story with other people's story. We are all so beautifully different. We all live in different bodies, different shapes, different genetics. We are coming from a different background. So please, please, please avoid comparison, because comparison is really the thief of joy, especially when it comes to period recovery. All right, I hope that you found this video useful, and I'm gonna see you next time. Bye for now.